Hello everybody, how you doing? Thank you so much for watching this episode of SimCity. I must apologize for a couple of things. First of all, the last episode that me and McCall played, that was a very fun episode. I really enjoyed making that with her. That region that we were playing on was on a different server. So yeah, this says North America West up here. That was on a different server, and I can't access that server again, which means that world's gone. So we're going to have to start over again. And she's not here with me today. So I'll get it started, and then she'll jump in when she's here with me another day. The second thing I have to apologize for is that the audio quality on that last video was not very good. I didn't take very good precautionary measures to make sure that sounded good. But hopefully this one will sound better. And so let's find somewhere new to start. I've been playing this game non-stop. I have another region right here, but that's big. I'll show you guys that later because we're working on big things there. Let's do... I like one with a lot of flat area. That's my thing. I'm not a person that likes to deal with water and stuff like that. Just not my cup of tea. Not really something I want to do anything with. Oh shoot. How about this works. Viridian Woods. Region name. Let's call it oh shoot, I don't know. Give me a name. Give me a name. Let's call it here right now. Here right now, if I can spell. Private region. That means it's only me. If it was public region, other people that have this game could jump in and play with me, and I've done that, and it's kind of cool, but for now, just me. Wow, look at all the places. Lots of places to build. So like I said, I'm focused on somewhere flat with not a ton of crap to get in the way. Maybe we're looking for high water, high wind. I like doing the wind farms instead of like big power plants. So if I can find one with wind, let's see. Oh shoot! Oh shoot! You know what? This works. It's flat. I'll take it. It's flat. Whatever, Jeeves. Play. Matisse Plains. So anyway, I'm a big fan of these games. As I said last time, I've been playing SimCity games and Maxis games for a really, really long time. I have 3 other SimCity games, a bunch of other sim games, and different big simulators and stuff like that, and I think Maxis does a great job of these. And I've played Roller Coaster Tycoon and simulator games from other companies, and they're all fun, but I don't know, something about Maxis and the way they do things, and maybe it's just the fact that I've been playing their games for a really long time. Okay, here we go. So this is our cute little town, our little region. Draw residential. I know how to play, and I like that there's a highway already all the way through it. On normal circumstances, I would... What would I do normally? On normal circumstances, this road just stops, and then you can build it in. But since this is already here, I'm going to use this as like our starting lane. This is going to be like one of our big main avenues. Connect your city. I know what I'm doing. Alright, so the way these work, right? I always go high density. It's a little bit more expensive, but in the long run, it ends up being better for me, I think. I don't know. Maybe that's just my thinking, and I just like the big roads. But what these means is that you can put bigger, much bigger, like like bigger buildings on them. So first, people just build little houses because it's a small town. No one wants anything huge, right? That's just the way this works. But is that a straight road? Oh yeah, it is. I couldn't tell. Looked like a crooked road. I was like, straighten out. What the heck? One of the things that we'll do though is we'll place. See how all these things are lighting up at me. You're saying, what are you doing? See, I just spent $40,000 on roads. That's a lot of money for roads, but that's the way it is. So these are, the greens are houses. My little brother has such a hard time remembering which color is what. He's like, green is like factories, right? I'm like, no, no, no. Green is like houses. Green houses. Okay, we're going to build a little bit of industrial over here. This is like the big factories. This is where they're going to produce lots of materials, things like that if we wanted to. And then the blue is like shops, like little stores that people go to, and they need this kind of thing to thrive. They're very greedy people, And things are going pretty slow right now, so this little button down here, I'm going to click that, and it's going to speed up time. So no time lapse. So everything's moving a lot quicker, which is good for what we want. If things are moving faster, it seriously makes this game fly by. Some people play on only slow mode, and I don't understand how they do that, because I'm so impatient to sit here and be like, what the heck are you doing? Freaking build already. So these little things are red. That means they're saying, hey, we don't have any water, we don't have any power. What are you freaking doing? What are you doing, Meyer? I'm going to build this way over here on the edge. Right there. It'll bring down the land value a little bit, but in the end, that spot has a lot of good water. Otherwise, I'd have to build out here. So I think that'll end up being okay. And then they're saying, hey, we don't have power either. What you doing, son? Yep. So you've got these different coal power plants, oil, a solar farm, and a nuclear power plant. One of my cities has a nuclear power plant, and it's awesome because there's no air pollution, and it powers so much. It's great. But for now, to start out with, we're gonna build us a little wind power plant. So you can see it says the wind speed right there, 11 miles an hour. That's pretty good, actually. That's not bad. I'm gonna build it over here with all the industrial stuff because that way I just can. The thing I like about these zones is that once you lay down a zone, you don't have to stick with it. If you want to put something there instead, you can. It's not gonna hurt you. So it ends up actually being okay in the long run. Petition about to build town hall approved. Well, that's good. Town halls are great. It's the center of your city, basically. It's where a lot of your work gets done, and people like to build around it. And because that guy's sad, I'm gonna take down his house. Just kidding. That's not the way I do things. But see how all these people suddenly got a lot happier? That's great. And now they're gonna upgrade houses. They can if they want to. Congratulations. Name your city. You know, I'm gonna just call it Frytopia. Yep. That sounds good. So you can see these people are still getting happy, and they're super excited, which is good. We're making money every month. That's good. See, we're only spending $380, whereas we're making $3,000 an hour. We have 1,300 people living in our city, which is great. And like I said, I'm a huge fan of these games. I feel like I've really kind of learned to understand how they work, and I understand how to do things the right way and efficiently, I guess is what I'm saying. I don't know. I don't want to be one of those people that's like, oh yeah, I'm way good at this game, you don't have a chance, whatever. But I have been playing this game for a really long time, and this is the new game, and I just bought this a couple days ago. I haven't even had it for a week yet, but I've already built 5 or 6 different cities, and they're all doing really well and stuff like that. And I don't know, I enjoy this game so much. It's a fun game. One of the other things I think why I love this game so much is when I was younger, my mom played this on the computer at our house, and so I would sit there with her and watch her play it. And I guess you could say that was kind of my introduction to gaming, was through my mom, which is kind of cool actually if you think about it. And that's not something, you know, you'd think of normally to tribute to your mom, but actually with me it kind of is. So this game's kind of special to me because it holds that little space in my heart where me and my mom used to stay up really late and play SimCity. And you know, I stayed up really late, but I was a little kid, so you know, it was up really late, and I should have been sleeping and stuff. But no, me and my mom, we gonna play SimCity instead, and that's just the way it is. So which is kind of funny. So anyway, true story though, like legitimately, I love this game. It's fun. He's saying we need a somewhere to make people feel better. He's saying we need a clinic or something. He's going to talk to me about Dr. Vu. Yep, I knew that. I'm going to say ask later. I don't want to worry about that right now. Police stations are good. Right now we have a small enough town, and there's no crime or anything, because I feel like there's nothing going on. So we'll get to something. We'll build, you know, a big police station and get all that going. But for now, we're going to just focus on zoning our land the way we want it to be, because that is what's most important for our little city right now. Not enough freight consumers. I was gonna build some more commercial. Perfect. People love living next to the shops. They love knowing what's going on and being close to everything like that. So, you know, I'm playing on a pretty low like game graphic setting, because Honestly, my computer just can't handle what this game looks like, and it's super slow. But that doesn't bother me. That's not something that I'm as concerned with. So if you are concerned with that, I can point you in the direction of someone who has better looking game, I guess, if you would. But that's okay for now. What are you saying? What are you saying? You ain't saying nothing, girl. Don't you talk to me. You don't know what you're doing. I'm gonna build a little park, because if you build a park, like a plaza or something like that, it'll attract a lot more shoppers and make them a lot happier. See it? Suddenly, as soon as I did that, this place started building, and maybe that just happened or what. But anyway, it'll really increase what's going on in your town, which is what we want. That is good stuff. This guy's saying, "Yo, dog, you gotta build some sewage. Back that up." I'm going to. I'm gonna build a sewage plant way out here on the corner, and I'm gonna have to make that bigger, and eventually I'll probably end up moving it if everything goes the way it should. But for now, that's a good place to start it. Oh, I can't build through that. That's okay. I can build through these though. And a lot of times people don't like to build through their houses and stuff like that, but I actually think doing it, I like doing it, because then it rezones everything, and you end up getting bigger, less buildings, which means more money for you. So a lot of people are like, "I feel bad taking down the factories." I'm like, "Why? You're the mayor." I'm like, "This is a video game. Have you forgotten your past? What are you doing?" High industrial demand. Build some factories. And like I said, the thing about these factories is that you can always take them down. They're not difficult to mess with. Once they're up, they're easy to say, "You know what? This was a bad spot. I'm going to move it." Things like that happen all the time. So, not a huge deal. I do it a ton. I will constantly build roads through things that already exist, because that's just the way I play the game, and it's what works for me. So, see these guys' houses, they're saying, "We need people to work." But our industrial demand, these little bars down here, this tells you what you need. So our industrial demand is pretty high, whereas our commercial demand is very, very low right now. That's not something we need to be focusing on. So, build that up. So you can see things are already building. But now it's like that. And now it's through there, right? That's just the way I do things. And actually it works better, because you can still fit big factories within these smaller blocks, but then you're not wasting any space in between them, like in the middle here. You will a little bit, because that's just the way it is. If you can zone everything, that's awesome. I've seen videos of people who have been able to do that, zone like every single square, and it's incredible. They have huge cities with 300,000 or more people. You know, the biggest city I have right now in this game is like, I think 60,000 people, whatever. And this is only 2,000 people. So imagine fitting 60,000 people in a square like that. It's tough. Part of the reason why we're separating our industrial stuff over here from this stuff is because people don't like to live next to the factories. It brings down the land value a lot and makes just crappy living. So we like to separate it. Shopping and housing over here, that's awesome. And then over here is the factories and the work, you know, stuff like that. And I really love how this road was so conveniently placed through the middle here. That really makes that a ton easier. Because normally I would build a big giant avenue all the way down the middle and use that as like my main street, but this gives me a good base to kind of live off of, and it's a pretty wide lane, so I bet traffic actually isn't even that bad right now. Well, that's good. So that's good. High density street all the way up to her. So like I said, I like to build big blocks, and so I'm going to cut through here. Place buildings. Alright, so when it says you can't draw through place buildings, it means I have something that's like more than like something that I've zoned. So it's like an actual building that I've put down. I can't figure out where it is. What is the building that I've placed? I don't know. Even if I have placed a building, I'm still going to build through most of it. There it is. It's that. Where is it? I don't even know what my placed building is. Whatever, fine. I'll skip it and come back to it later. But I'm going to do that because then this gives us these little corners right here to build on. And a lot of people don't know that these little spots exist. So it's like, no, there's already houses there. I'm like, no, look, you have this room right here for whatever you want. Like, that's a lot of room for stuff. You can build tons of things right there. So now you can see our industrial demand went way down, and now our residential demand is up. So people are saying, you know what, we have good factories now, but we need something else. We need houses. We need more people to move into our town. So that's what we get started on right there. And he's going to talk to me about the police station stuff still, which I said I'll do. But a lot of times that is not something that you want to focus on, because with a small city like that, you don't want to waste money and monthly expenses on little town, on stuff like that for a little town doesn't really matter, you know? This is a brand new region for me, so I don't have any other cities in here, but normally I would, so you'd be able to see other towns you've built like around. And so what you can do is if this town over here is already thriving and already doing really, really well, and they have a big police force, and this town that's brand new doesn't have police yet, you can volunteer police cars from over here to patrol this area as well. And then it'll kind of keep everything on the DL until you can actually afford, until you want to spend the money to build a big clinic or something like that, Speaking of clinic, let's build one. People like living near things that make them feel better. Go figure, right? We'll put it right there because there's lots of room for stuff around it, and it's in the middle of a lot of residential stuff. And you can see how this bright green fades out. That's where the boundaries of this place kind of ends, right? But that's okay. Whoops. Those are houses up there. Those are all good. One thing that I have to do with this game that is just kind of me is I have to keep my view the whole way the same way. So see how we're already facing this way? If I rotated the entire game over here like that, oh, I can't do that. It throws me off. I don't know why. It's hard for me to focus and like figure out what I'm doing. If I'm constantly turning the camera and moving things and looking at things differently, I just can't do it. I just can't do it. I just have to stick with it the same way, and then I can build stuff. So, word to your mother. So you can see we're spending a lot of money on these big roads. Normally, you don't always have to do these big roads, but I like to do them because then it's a large road. It gives me lots of room to build off of. It's already a high residential or a high, what's the density? High density road. So I don't have to upgrade it at all or anything, which you can do, which is a cool feature that they haven't had on the games before. But because it's already so big, I don't have to do anything with it. And see these little spaces that I'm filling in from when I just put these roads in, because those are houses. You can put things there. People don't know those usually exist, so it's nice to say, no, you can do that. That's a real thing. That's a real thing. Lots of it. Lots of residential. The more people that live here, the merrier. You can see everybody's getting really excited to live here, which is awesome. That's what we want to see. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. This is a city we're going to keep up with for now, and eventually we can make this whole region into like our video stuff, which will be cool. So guys, thanks for watching this video. I really appreciate it. Leave a like. Feel free to subscribe if you haven't already. I have lots of stuff that you're more than welcome to check out, and I wish you would. So anyway, have a good day, guys. Thanks for watching. See you later.